Good evening, everyone. Prior to actually getting into the call of order, I am going to move for the amendment of the agenda to include an item under section 4 business. It should be item number 3. It will be executive session concerning personnel issues. With that amendment, can someone move to approve the agenda?
So moved. This is Commissioner DeBose.
Thank you. Can someone second that?
Second that. This is Commissioner Thomas.
Thank you. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. I didn't hear from Commissioner Solomon, so I'm going to assume that. Okay. The CPOC Commissioner meeting is hereby called to order. The time is 6:11 p.m. My name is Jolly Hatchett. I am the chair of the Citizens Police Oversight Commission, and I will facilitate this meeting. This is a public meeting of the Citizens Police Oversight Commissioners that was properly advertised pursuant to the Pennsylvania Sunshine Act. At this time, I will call roll. Commissioner Hassan Bennett. He's absent. I believe we were previously notified about his unavailability. Commissioner John Solomon.
Here.
Commissioner Melanie DeBose.
I am present.
Commissioner Rosora Thomas.
Here.
Commissioner Hakeem P.A.
Present.
And of course, I am present. At this time, I would just like to move for an approval of the prior meeting minutes. They were circulated on March 15, 2024 by Catherine Twigg in this matter. Unless there are any concerns or issues or proposed amendments to the meeting minutes, I will need someone to motion to approve those prior meeting minutes.
So moved. Commissioner DeBose.
Thank you. Can someone second that?
A second.
Thank you. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. I would also like to take this time under commission business to advise that there was an executive session that occurred on March the 25th, 2014 regarding investigations, CPOC ability, and the strategic plan moving forward with conducting investigations as it relates to the Philadelphia Police Department collective bargaining agreement. I would also like to advise and make an amendment that there was also an executive session that occurred just prior to this meeting at 5:30 p.m. virtually. And we will actually end up having to adjourn back to that executive session following the business that will take place pursuant to this agenda. The next item for commission business is I would like to take this time to update and advise the community that, as you all know, CPOC has been involved with the search for a permanent executive director for some time. There was an initial search, then there was a second search that employed Jane HR to help facilitate and conduct that search. On the advice and in conjunction with Jane HR, the commissioners have identified and extended a conditional offer to an individual, Tanya McCleary, who is the information I have is she provisionally has passed the initial background portion of the hiring aspects associated with the City of Philadelphia employment. And at this time, there isn't a firm start date, but my understanding is Tanya will start in May of 2024. If all commissioners, unless there's anything that any commissioner would like to add to that, I would like to formally call a vote for the selection and hiring of the candidate or applicant that has been identified, which is Tanya McCleary, to serve as the permanent executive director for the Citizens Police Oversight Commission. Does any commissioner have anything to add to that? Okay. All right. At this time, I will ask for a motion to approve the hiring of Tanya McCleary, consistent with the executive director search that occurred in this matter.
Our motion to approve.
I second that.
Thank you. All in favor, say aye.
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 Actually, for the purpose of this vote, I'm actually going to go one by one, starting with myself. My vote is in favor. I say aye. Commissioner Thomas, your vote?
Aye.
Commissioner DeBose, your vote?
Aye.
Commissioner PA, your vote.
Aye.
Commissioner Solomon, your vote.
Aye.
Commissioner Bennett is absent. For all of the commissioners that are present on the call, it is a unanimous vote. Commissioner
Oh.
Bennett, one moment. Commissioner Bennett, sorry to put you on the spot. We were just discussing the executive director hiring update and conducting a vote on that. I advise members that are in attendance today the process that we went through in conjunction with JNHR and the applicant that has been identified and the conditional offer that has been extended with the anticipated month of May being the start date. We went through and took votes for everyone. Are you in favor or opposed to the hiring, to extending the offer to Tanya McCleary and hiring her as the permanent executive director? You're on mute.
I'm in favor.
Thank you. All commissioners are present and it is a unanimous decision. Thank you. Moving on to the next order of business, it will be the executive director report.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Anthony, I'm sorry. I need to stop you for a moment. I apologize. In the spirit of just everything that going through on the agenda, the amendments and everything like that, I apologize. I am remiss. I would like to thank Anthony Arachi for the work that you have done in order to get the organization from pretty much scratch to where we are right here. The organization has gone through a lot of firsts in terms of building out organizationally, a job that was not an easy job. You know better than most the legislation. It is a robust and ambitious legislation. However, I often tell people when dealing with something like this, that's the first of its kind. It's kind of like giving someone who just got their learner's permit the keys to a Ferrari and saying, have fun. There was no blueprint, but I think that you really did a phenomenal job in building out the organization. And then also with a lot of the first, especially with some of the officer involved shootings that has occurred, and being able to take that big giant step forward to provide the citizens of Philadelphia with the transparency that the legislation has intended, and as well as the legislation that the citizens of Philadelphia has voted for. I think that your institutional knowledge and the work that you have done will be monumental in guiding the organization moving forward from this point. So thank you so much. I don't think that words can properly express the service and dedication that you've provided and given to the organization. But I would just like to say thank you for the work that you've done. Commissioner Bennett, I'm not sure if you had your hand up or raised, wanting to interject that regarding that.
It was an accident, but I'm gonna elaborate on something. I can't see Mr. Arachi. Mr.
I'm
Arachi,
here, Commissioner Bennett.
I would like to thank you as well, just for being here, being willing to work with us. As far as the staff, we built quite a relationship with numerous members of the staff that has been growing, and I think I see it blossoming in the future. And I've had great conversations with just about all of them, and I'm just thank you for helping us reach this day.
Thank you all very much. Thank you, Chair Hatchett, and thank you, Commissioner Bennett. It has been the greatest honor of my life to be the interim executive director of the Citizens Police Oversight Commission. And I want to make sure that that we recognize Tanya McCleary and make sure that the entire world knows how happy we are that she'll be arriving and how welcome she is. And this transition will be smooth, and it's essentially the next step in the evolution of CPOC, and we can't wait to see what the future holds. So with that, we will get to the executive director's report and presentation, and move on with the meeting.
Just let me know when to move slides. Thanks, Anthony.
Yeah, next slide. All right, so I'm sure it's evident to most people on the call now, we are the Citizens Police Oversight Commission, and our mission is to oversee and investigate the conduct, policies, and practices of the Philadelphia Police Department. Some of the things that we do currently are receive complaints of police misconduct, auditing and monitoring internal affairs investigations and police disciplinary processes, conducting oversight of police shootings, analyzing police data, and developing policy and recommendations and reports for the department. And we engage in extensive community outreach and training. And next slide. All right, this is a highlight of our recently released 2021 to 2023 combined annual report. And these are instructions on how to view it. Please check out our site or click the link that Danny's just put in the chat. We've done a lot of pretty amazing things over the years, and this is a sample of what we've done and how we've gotten to where we are. It's really been a transformative time in police oversight, and this annual report helps showcase that. Please check it out, and if anyone from the public wants to give us a call and ask some questions about it, we're happy to answer any. It's posted on our website, and you can see everything that we've been up to over the last couple of years. Next slide. All right, this is our complaint data. So for March 2024, we received 12 complaints and referred them to the Internal Affairs Division. So far this year, we have 39 complaints, and these charts show demographic data from 2024 complainants as reported by them. So also as we move through the slideshow, please remember that these slides are all posted online, so you can peruse them later as you wish, and of course, contact us if there's any follow-up or questions regarding them. Next slide. All right, here's some of the allegations broken down. So I mean, about a third of the allegations in 2024 are departmental violations. And we want to stress that a single complaint can generate multiple accusations and allegations. So if it looks like it's not quite lining up to you, that's probably why. Next slide. All right, and this is a breakdown of where we are receiving complaints from the year 2024. So you're going to see the darker red areas is where the majority of them are coming from. The lighter shaded areas are where are less or none of where they're coming from. Next slide. All right, our auditing and monitoring unit. Now they conduct regular audits of complaints against police. So our first auditing report is complete, and it covers the foundational work of the unit. So it's going to have auditing manual details about how CPOC audits completed complaints against police. And the analysis will present our findings on CAPs received between March and June 2022. And after this, more up-to-date findings on audits will be released on a regular basis. They're also continuing their body-worn camera work. New staff has access to videos and will begin helping with that project that we've talked about in the past, and they'll be starting on that this week. So that should help us get through it a lot quicker. All right, so now we're going to start reviewing use of force investigations at Internal Affairs. Now this project is in its early stages, and we will provide updates as development continues. CPOC monitors internal affairs investigations, but the unit recently submitted a draft model policy to PPD to formalize the process. Now, this is just to make sure that everything goes smoothly and everybody knows sort of how it's supposed to work when this back and forth continues. Next slide. All right, the investigations unit. So there were no police shootings in the month of March 2024. In 2024 so far, there have been 3 police shootings. This total includes every time a PPD officer discharges their firearm at a person. Accidental discharges, animal shootings, and officer suicides are not included in this presentation. We have a website that can help update the public on police shootings shortly after they occur. The link is posted in the slide and can be referenced online. Next slide. This is a list of the police shootings that have occurred thus far: January 17th, the 26th, and February 15th. All of these investigations remain open. All right, so now we have some good news. We have some additions to our investigative team. Jameson Rogers is, of course, as everybody knows, our Director of Investigations. Yesterday, we were fortunate to have Mr. Nicholas Cato start as our Chief Investigator. and Jeffrey Hussein, who has been with us for quite some time, but has now transferred to the position of investigator very recently. And we are expecting bigger and better things from our investigative team and our investigative unit going forward. It's exciting times, and this is the beginning of our investigative build out. So there's going to be a lot more to come as we work out the how we're going to accomplish these goals in the future. And of course, this is going to be guided by our new executive director.
Anthony, do you want to, both Nick and Jeff are on the call, if we want to let them introduce themselves and come on video real quick?
Sure, that would be great.
Hold on, Nick and Jeff, I'm moving you to panelists, so you should be able to be seen.
Hi, good evening. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir. Go for it.
Great. It's nice to meet everyone virtually. I look forward to meeting you all hopefully soon in person. My name is Nick Cotto, and this is my second day on the CPOC staff. I look forward to developing the investigation team in the coming weeks, months, years, hopefully. Just by way of background, I have a former career or earlier career as an investigator, first as an investigator with the public defender in Seattle, followed up by working as a staff investigator for the Pennsylvania Innocence Project about 8 or 9 years ago. After that, I went to Temple Law School, graduated, and was doing civil litigation and internal investigations for law firms in the city before recently joining CPOC. So I'm looking forward to digging back into my investigative roots and working closely with the team that we're developing here.
We are super excited to have you on board. It's going to be great. All right, Jeff, go for it. Say hi to everybody.
All right. Good evening, everyone. Yeah, my name is Jeff Hussein. I've been with the city for about 8 years, if you include my internship way back in the day.
Which I remember.
Yes. But that was at the Inspector General's office. Worked my way up through the Inspector General's office as, another oversight agency over there. And I moved over to the Controller's office and worked under Rebecca Reinhart. I was over there for about 3 years and then came over to the Controller's office as an auditor monitor and just recently switched over to investigator. So, it's been great. I've been all over the city in the different oversight agencies, and can't wait to continue doing it.
Thanks a lot, everyone.
Great. I'm going to reshare my screen.
All righty.
1 second.
Welcome, Nicholas and Jeff. Commissioner Bennett, I saw your hand come up. I'm not sure if that was accidentally.
No, that was on purpose.
Did you have something?
Oh, okay. Go for it, Commissioner Bennett.
You're on mute.
That definitely was on purpose, me putting my hands up. I am ecstatic to have Jeff. And no, I'm ecstatic. First of all, I'm ecstatic to see the investigations team growing, right? But then after hearing you guys' wonderful introduction, right, and your history on what appears to be the justice side of the law, putting the emphasis on justice with the Innocent Project and the various oversights and working throughout the city. I am ecstatic to have you two individuals fulfill these roles. Jeff Hussein, Nicholas Cato, welcome to the Citizens Police Oversight Commission. Hopefully I'll see you soon. Thank you for accepting the role. Thank you for even taking the hard steps of looking to fulfill the role, because I'm pretty sure everybody on this Zoom knows that applying for a job almost is a job in itself. So thank you for going through the Taunton task, background checks through the city and all, and welcome once again to the Citizens Police Oversight Commission.
We have a pretty remarkable team. It's we're a very lucky agency. Commissioner Torres Thomas.
Thank you. To the new investigators, as my chairman and my co-commissioner, welcome on board. I'm excited for us, and I'm also excited for the both of you. This is going to be great. We have a positive journey looking forward and looking ahead, and I look forward to speaking to you more and seeing Jameson. Please tell him I send my regards and hope to see him real soon. Thank you.
All right, everybody. We can finish out the executive director's report.
Give me 1 second to reshare.
Take your time, my friend.
Great. Can everybody see that?
Yeah. All right, you can go to the next slide. All right, our policy unit is working on a bunch of open projects and data reporting. So the Academy Survey Enhancement. This one's in collaboration with Philadelphia Police Academy and Captain Clark, who has been exceptional throughout this process. CPOC designed a survey to gauge recruit satisfaction with training, and this instrument will be used to identify areas of improvement and the experience, pardon me, and enhancing the experience for recruits. There were guest lecturers at UPenn of social policy and practice. Allison Tatey, Damon Green, and Talia Grimmage recently served as guest lecturers at the University of Penn School of Social Policy and Practice in the Data for Equitable Justice Lab. Next slide. Podcast appearance on New Roots and Fem Roots. Our team members were invited to speak on the student podcast. This podcast centers on challenges immigrant women face in our community. These contributions help shed light on important social issues at the intersection of community, law enforcement, and social justice. Charging data analysis. CPOC recently completed a comprehensive data analysis focused on charging reviews for the year 2023. This analysis will be used for an upcoming report and should provide valuable insights into the trends and patterns related to law enforcement discipline practices. It's all things that can inform policy going forward, and we're really excited about it. Next slide. Our outreach and training unit. This is the most forward-facing aspect of CPOC and one of the units we're most proud of. Our director of outreach and constituent services, Talia Grimmage, and the rest of the team, Julian Jordan, Damon Green, Jeriana Hernandez. They're all around the city, and they're waiting to interact with you. They've done a lot of great things, and they'll continue to do so. And we look forward to seeing you at multiple events in the upcoming. Next slide. All right, we're introducing the newest member of the outreach team, Jody Eichel, who's our social media and communications officer. She arrived with us today, and we are super excited to have her. This is going to be a really important part of CPOC, our front-facing, our most front-facing member of our team. She's really going to be sort of the point of press relations and making sure that you know, when people write about CPOC, they write the truth. That's it's going to be very exciting. I think if Jody's here with us, we can have her make a brief introduction.
She's not, 'cause she did just get back from Japan. And
okay, that's right. I forgot about that. I apologize. She's probably suffering a fairly severe jet lag that she needs to tend to.
she hit the ground running, getting back.
Yes, she did have a very busy first day, so it's so we'll forgive her, and we'll give her some space to introduce herself next time. All right, here's to reiterate, this was part of the outreach team. Gave lectures at University of Penn, Data for Equitable Justice Lab. There's a couple of pictures highlighting our participation. And next slide. And our outreach team gave our oversight presentation to recruit class 401A and 401B. In that forum, we go over the history of oversight in Philadelphia, CPOC's role and mission, why recruits wanted to become police officers, similarities in cadet experiences in various cities, using the HBO documentary Navajo Police Class 57. Now, I want to say that this is, for anyone that's newly joining us, presence in the police academy is a first for Oversight in Philadelphia. This spearheaded by our director of outreach. This is a really important first step in making sure that the community voice is heard in policing from the beginning of a police officer's career. We are hoping to expand our program and reach in recruit training and make sure that new police officers hit the ground running with community in mind. All right, and here's our second community town hall with CMAC at Snyder Avenue Congregational Church, where domestic violence resources were discussed, quality of life concerns, illegal dumping, 911 response, language access for residents, and improving the community relationship with the 3rd District. We do these town halls monthly, and they are in person and live. They are an integral part of CPOC's community outreach and really allow us to connect to the community. Next slide. And here we are at the Temple University Criminal Justice Career and Internship Fair. Really trying to get our name out there with young people, making sure that they know police oversight is a great way to spend your career, pursuing justice in our communities. This was a really great event, and we hope to be there at this one and many more in the future. And here was our panel, a panel discussion on women working in victims advocacy. We had a great panel. It was well attended. This was in honor of Women's History Month, and we try to highlight relevant issues that relate to police oversight, along with social issues that are highlighted every month in our city, state, and country. And there's some more of our reach, our far reach of the women that we honored in that forum. And an Easter egg extravaganza hosted by Lighthouse. It really is remarkable though how far the outreach unit has come. I mean, we really are everywhere at all times. It's pretty cool. All right, so we have some upcoming events. Love Thyself Community Resource Fair. That's in a couple of days. Congresso's Spring into Summer Community Event. That's on the 10th of April. All of these are in April. Community Youth and Senior Fair on the 13th. On the 24th, with the Philadelphia Coalition for Victim Advocacy candle lighting ceremony at City Hall. And on the 29th, a CPOC oversight presentation at LaSalle University. So there's going to be more information on our website, and these slides are available online in case anyone wants to learn a little bit more and check out some of the flyers that relate to the events. All right, that concludes the Interim Executive Director's Report for this month. Thank you, everyone, and I hope you all have a great night.
Thank you, Anthony. I will just briefly give a community colloquy. We will accept questions concerning anything that is either on the agenda or has been discussed thus far. I ask that you limit your questions to 2 minutes. That would be great, no more than 3 minutes, as we have other items or issues that we have to address in executive session. So at this time, I'm not sure. I think it's Danny. Can you let me know if there are any members of the that are with us who have questions either in the chat or if they have hands raised?
I don't have anything in the chat as of right now. I don't know if anybody wants to raise their hands.
Okay. While we wait for that, I'll just ask if there are any commissioners who have any comments or feedback concerning what we heard in the executive director report. All right, Danny, I'm just going to stand by. You let me know whether or not there's any questions that come up in the chat or any hands that are raised. Otherwise, we will need to adjourn to go into executive session.
It looks like we have a hand raised, but it's I believe it's a reporter. We can, if you want to open that up.
Sure.
Isaac, you should be able to unmute.
Good evening. Can anyone hear me?
Yes.
Yes, just for the benefit of the public, I was wondering if you guys could provide the salary for the new incoming executive director.
I believe the expected salary, because it's a public employee, it should be expected at $175.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
I don't have anything in the chat or hands raised currently.
I'm just going to hold out for a few seconds.
Of course.
While I am holding out, commissioners, we have to go back on the Teams link, I believe. Catherine, if you can just give me a head nod, we got to go back on the Teams link.
There is a separate Teams link for the post-executive session.
Okay. Is that not the one that we previously used?
Different one. Happy
Okay.
to send around again.
Can you please?
You got it.
Thank you. And Danny, if there aren't any other questions or anything in the chat, hands raised at this time, I will ask Commissioner to move to adjourn the public meeting to go into the executive session.
A
Can someone
motion to
motion?
adjourn.
Can someone second?
I second.
Any opposed? All right. Thank you, everyone. Have a good night. We have to go into executive session.
Great. Thanks, everybody. We just put in the
Thank
chat,
you.
if you don't already have it, sign up for our mailing list. Thank you, everyone, for coming.